All right, welcome back. Hello, this is going to be part 2 of the Chapter 3 practice test. Chapter 3, Part 2, because we only got through 1 through 7 on the first part of the video, and then I had something happen, so I had to stop the video. All right, so we're going to go to number 8. Number 7, the answer was 540. Let's move on. Number 8, here we go. We have a quadrilateral that is 4 sides. And 4 sides minus 2 gives you 2, because you always can make 2 triangles, because you can always do 2 minus. Where is it? Oh, 2 triangles, yeah. So there's the only 2 triangles you can make, right? Look at that right there. Now, every triangle has 180 degrees, so that's 180, that's 180. So you know the inside of this thing is 360 degrees, yes? 360, okay? So I'm going to just get rid of all this. I'll write that down. Not there. I'm going to write 360. All right, so the inside is 360. Why? Because it's 2 times 180, which is 360. All right, now, all the angles added together make 360, so let's add all the angles, okay? 65, so 65, 35, 127, add them together. So I'm going to just use a calculator like you can. 65 plus 127 plus 35, 227. All right, so I get 227, 227, 7, not 2, 7. And I have x, we also have the x. So x plus 227 equals 360. We're just going to solve for x. Here we go, scale line. I subtract by 227. If I do it to one side, do it to the other side, subtract by 227. That gives me 0. And I get x equals 360 minus 227, 133. 133. And that is your answer. 133 right here is 133 degrees for the answer for x. Okay? All right, that's number 8. Number 9. Ooh, pretty. What do we got here? We've got 3 exterior angles. 3. Right there. Can you see those 3? Because it's a triangle, it has 3 internal angles right here. 1, 2, 3. And so because, there's the 3. And because it has 3 interior angles, it's going to have 3 exterior angles. Now, the thing about exterior angles is all 3 angles, any polygon, whether it's a triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, decagon, all of them, all the exterior angles always add up. They all add up to 360 degrees on the outside. Okay, on the outside. So we know that. So we know that these 3 angles, we can add them together. So I'm going to take this one, add it, this one, add it, and this one, add them together, and set them equal to 360 degrees. All right, well, 60 plus 160 is 220. So I get 220. Let me go back here. Let me write this again. So I'm going to get 220. Don't forget the x. So I got x plus 220 equals 360. Okay? All I do now is solve for x. Scale line. Subtract 220. Subtract 220. You'll get your answer. You can do that on your own. Come on. 0, 4, 1, 130, 140. So x equals 140 degrees. 140 degrees. All right. Number 10. All right, what is this thing? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides. It's a pentagon. So write down pentagon on your paper. All right. Now, what do they want? They want the value of x. Okay. Well, we need to know how much is on the inside. How many degrees are in the inside of this pentagon? You can use your sheet, but the fastest way to do it would be there's 5 sides minus 2. It's always minus 2. Well, that's 3 because that's part of the formula. It's always minus 2. If I do this, I can only make 3 triangles in here. Okay. Now, every triangle has 180 degrees. Yes. 180, 180, 180. So I'm going to take 3 times 180, this is 540. And that's how many degrees are on the inside of this triangle, of this pentagon. 540 degrees, right? So we just need to we need to add all the angles together. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Add them all together and set them equal to 540. All right, so here we go. 2x plus x gives me 4 x's. All my x's live in Texas. And then 120 plus 120 is 240. And they all equal 540. All right, and then we'll just solve for x with a two-step equation. Here we go, scale line. Subtract 240. Subtract 240. Step line, that gives me 0. So I get 4x equals, if you subtract these, you get 300. All right, 4 divided into 300. Okay, we're going to divide. So I'm going to divide by 4. Divide by 4. Step line, 300 divided by 4 is 75. So I get x equals 75 degrees. And that's what you're going to put right here. All right, that's number 10. All right, let me get rid of this now so I get some room here because we're going to go to number 11. All right, number 11. I've got 2 triangles. All right, so we got to compare them and see what they are. Okay, which of the following statements identifies and explains whether the 2 triangles are similar? All right, so circle the similar. Similar. Are they similar? Question mark. Let's find out. All right, well, this is 52. What do they have in common? This is 52, and this is 52, okay? So what we need to know is, could this be 104? Because the other one, this one's 104, right? And could this be 24? If they all add up to 180, then yeah, it's going to work, okay? So let's add them together. 104, 52, 24. Add them together. You get 10, carry the 1, 7, 8, and 1, 180. So this is 180 degrees, so you know it works, okay? This is 180, this is 180. So you know that y, angle y, right here, angle y is, well, that's really dark. Hold on. Angle y is 24 degrees. And you know the angle x is 104 degrees. All right, so they're similar because they have the same angles. And by the way, this equals 180 always because it's a triangle. Okay, triangles are not similar. Nope, that's not right. See, yeah. Triangles are similar because each triangle has a 52-degree angle. Maybe. The triangles are similar because there are at least 2 pairs of congruent angles. That's sounding more right like it. So I'm thinking this one's out because this one's better so far. Triangles are not similar because the variables x, y are different values. No, we know they're similar. So we know it's this one. The answer is right there. Okay? All right. That's number 11. Going to number 12. Wow. My answer sheet was different than that. Similar because they have at least 2 parents. Wow. So, guys, make sure the answer sheet that I got is actually different on here than it is on the test, maybe. So be careful here. Make sure you choose this one, okay? They are similar. Yours might be right here on your page. Be careful, okay? Be smart. Don't just be like, oh, just the third one. All right, number 12. Here we go. A pair of parallel lines intersects another parallel pair of parallel lines. So you got 2 parallel lines intersecting 2 other parallel lines. Find the value of x, okay? All right, well, we know that this angle right here, this is the big thing. This gives us 125. So what I would suggest is let's figure out, this is 180 degrees right here, this straight line. What's this angle right here, right? What is that angle going to be right here, okay? So let's just subtract 180 minus 125. And see what that other angle is. And that's just going to give us everything we need, pretty much. All right, this becomes a 7. This is a 5. I get 5. 55. So this angle right here in blue, let me go blue here, is 55 degrees. 55. Okay, so I can get rid of the 180. I can get rid of that. Okay, so if I know that that's 55, I know everything that I need. Because, watch this. If this is 55 degrees right here, copy, then this one right here is 55 degrees as well, because they're corresponding angles cut by parallel lines and transversals. And if this angle is 55 degrees, thank you, then this angle right here is 55 degrees, because those are corresponding angles as well. Like this, yeah. So, and if this is 55, well, then guess what? The x right here is the same as the one up here on top. So this one is 125. 125 degrees. Let's go back. I like this one better. 125 degrees stands out better. Now, there's also a rule. The 125 that we just looked at right here and the x right here, they are what is called alternate exterior angles. Now, what does that mean? This is on the top left, right? Top left angle. And this is on the bottom right angle, right? That they're total opposites, because one's top left, one's bottom right. They are alternate exterior angles. It's called alternate exterior angles, AEA. It's the formula, the postulate. This is geometry. So those two are by definition equal. So the answer is 125 degrees. All right, just trying to get some learning here and not just get the answer. Number 13. All right, we got a bunch of stuff here. Give me a second. Let me have some water here. That's some good stuff. All right. Number 13. This is 13. All right. A pair of parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. Good to know. Select each statement that can be used to show that angle 2 is congruent to angle 8. Okay, so we got to look at here. Let's zoom in here. We want to know, it says select which statement can be shown to show that angle 2 and angle 8 are congruent. By the way, this is the congruent sign, right? Okay. All right, angle 2 is right here. Angle 8 is right here. Well, look at this is this angle 2 is on the interior. Interior. I probably spelled it wrong. I think it's 2 R's. Okay, double R. Interior. And this one, I'm going to save the time. Copy, paste, right here. This one's on the interior as well, right? And let's move this down. So angle 2 is on the interior, and angle 8 is on the interior, but they're on opposite sides. They're alternates to each other. So these are alternate, let me write alternate interior, let's see if I can do this, see if it's still there. Interior angles. Okay, they're alternate interior angles, and they are equal. Alternate interior angles are always equal to each other. So here we go. Let's go look. Angle 2 and angle 8 are vertical, so they're no, that's not right. They're not vertical angles. They're equal, they're congruent, that's right, but they're not vertical. Angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate interior. I was right. It's only one R. Angles. So angle 2, yeah, that's, we already talked about it, right? But let's look right here. Angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate exterior. No, that's out. Angle 2 and 6 are corresponding. I don't know. Yes, they're corresponding. Angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding, and angle 6 and angle 8 are vertical, so angle 2 and angle 8 are congruent. That is correct. That is absolutely right, because angle 2 and angle 6 right here are corresponding angles, right? And then angle 8 and angle 6 are vertical angles. They are vertical, so that works. You can have more than one answer. More than one of these can be right, okay? So this one's gone. Let's go look at the last one. So just because we already had one that was correct doesn't mean you stop looking and read the other possibilities. Angle 2 and 4 are vertical angles. Okay. Angle 4 and 8 are corresponding, so angle 2 is congruent to angle 8. Let's go look. Angle 2 and angle 4 are, yes, they are vertical angles. They make the V. Okay, 2 V's. And then angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. So that's true. So we have 3 true answers here. We got this one, we got this one, and we got this one. Now be careful on your paper which one that you choose, because it could be your answer on your paper is different than the ones I hear, but you want to select which ones you have, okay? All right, that's number 13. Number 14, oh, beautiful. I love this one. We did this one in class. This one's the best. This is a 12-sided figure, if I remember right. Let me count the sides. One. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, it's 12 sides. It's called a dodecagon. Okay? All right. So, we need to know, find each of the exterior angles. Well, like we said a little while ago, all the angles on the outside, this angle, 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 and this angle, all the angles add together to make 360 degrees. That's every polygon ever. All the exterior angles always add up to 360 degrees. Well, there's 12 angles, right? So here we go. We're going to go 12, right? And what you're going to end up doing is take 360 and divide it by 12. And that'll tell you what each one. Now, it is also telling you right here that this is a regular polygon. When it says it's regular, that means all the angles are the same and all the sides are the same. So we know we can just divide by 12 equal exterior angles. 360 divided by 12, you can do it on your calculator or whatever. You get 30. Should be 30. All right. We're making progress. We're going to number 15. All right. This one you got to drag and drop on big ideas, okay? Drag and drop each pair of triangles to indicate whether the triangles are similar, or not similar. All right. So let's look at the first pair of angles. First pair of triangles, okay? We have two 90-degree angles. Notice the 90s right here. 90. And the other one, 90. Right there. All right, so we both have to have two 90s. Well, let's figure out what this one is right here, and I'll bet you it's 28, okay? But let's find out. If it's 28, they match up, because if this is 28, let's just say it's 28. If that's 28 degrees, come on, then this has to be 62 degrees in this small one. It's got to be. They got to be the same. So let's find out. 62 and 28. Let's see what they make. Because if they make 90, we've already got the other 90. There, yep, 90. All right, yep, they're similar. They're similar triangles because they all have the same corresponding angles. So this one is similar. You want to drag that right there. Okay, let's go look at the next ones. All right, I got 108, 54. I got 90s again, so this is 90. And this is 90. Okay, so that's good. That helps. That is helpful. We need to figure out what this angle is right here and what this angle is right here. Okay, well, look at this is 54 and this is 90. We know the whole thing inside of a triangle is 180 degrees. So let's take 54 and 90 and add them together. Okay, 4, 14, so 144. Take 180, take 144 from the 180, subtract. That's 6, that's 3, 36. So this is 30, this angle right here is 36 degrees, okay? Well, guess what? I can find the other one because this angle right here in blue, this angle right here, and this angle right here, together with this third angle, make a straight line. And a straight line is 180 degrees, right? So we got to figure out if this other missing angle is, let's see what it is. If it's 54, we're good. If it's 36, we might still be, well, if it's 36, we're still good. I bet it's 36. I'll almost promise you it's 36, but we got to do the math. All right, 108 plus 36 is 14, carry the 144. Yep, just like we did over here, okay? When we subtract the 180 minus the 144, that's going to give you 36. So this is going to be 36 degrees. Let me get rid of the rest of this stuff now, okay? There we go, there we go, there we go. So 36, 36. Well, look at, if this is 36, this has to be 54. Has to be. So those two triangles are similar. So these two go right here. This is, so this one was similar. I'm going to put sim. And this one is similar. And that's going to go up there. Okay. All right. Last ones. Let's look at the last ones. All right. We have 90s again. So this is 90 degrees, if my thing will work. All right, 90 and 90. Let's figure out what the, there's a couple of different things we could do. Let's look first at this angle right here. Actually, I want to do red. Let's highlight it right here. Let's look at this angle right here. Because we know that together, this whole thing makes 180 degrees. That's a straight line. So let's add 90 and 38 and see what we get and subtract them from 180, okay? All right, so 90 plus 38, 38 and 12, 128. All right, that's adding them together. All right, now we take 180 minus the 128, and we'll get what we get. 7, borrow, that's a 2, that's a 5, 52. All right, so I know that this angle, let me get rid of this stuff out of the way now. We know that this angle is 52 degrees. All right, well, we need to know what's this angle right here, because if it's 32, it's the same. If it's not 32, they are different and not similar, okay? So let's now take the 90. Well, actually, hold on a second. We know that this is 52, and we know that this is 90. Well, this is 90, right? So we know the missing angle. The missing angle, we already have it. It's going to be right here, right? It's going to be 38. What? Right? Because we already did it. Does that make sense? Right? We know it, and we know that 38, 52, and 90 are going to add to 180. So we know this angle is 38. Well, if this is 38, okay, this can't be, this triangle and the other triangle cannot be similar. So these two are not similar, right? They're not similar. Okay? All right, there we go. That was number 15. Going to number 16. What do we got to do? Select each triangle that is similar to the given triangle. So this is our given triangle, okay? And we just got to select which one is similar, okay? All right, here we go. Well, this angle is 90, obviously. This is 90. So let's figure out what the angles are in here. Well, I know that everything on the inside of a triangle is 180 degrees, yes? So why not add all three angles? This one, and this one, and equal them to 180 and solve for x, okay? So I'm going to take 2x plus x. 2x plus x gives you 3x. All right, so I got 3x plus the 90 degrees equals 180. Let's find out what x is, and then we can go in and add these in, okay? All right, first things first. Let's get rid of this. First things first, I'm going to do my scale line. Subtract 90, that's going to give you 90. All right, so I get 3x equals 90 degrees left. We're going to divide by 3. Step line gives you one whole. X equals 30. All right, so if that's true, that means this angle is 30 degrees. And this angle, let's go red. Go back to red. This angle is 30 degrees, and this angle is twice that. It's 60 degrees, okay? So let's write that in, 60 degrees. All right, so I got a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So let's go look at these. Uh-oh, look at this. 90 right here, 60 right here. It's got to be 30 right here. So this is a yes. This is a yes. Hot dingity dog, okay? Yes. All right, this one over here, you got a 90 and a 30. That means it's got to be 60 right here. So this one is a yes. Okay? All right, let's go right here. 40. There's no 40 in our triangle, our original triangle. So 40 and 90, no, that's going to be out. That is a no. And then a 50 and a 90, no, that's no. There is no 50 in our original triangle. So we know that this one, let me see here. This one is good, and this one is good, and the other two are not. All right, so that was number 16. Number 17, you guys are being patient. Stick with me. We're almost there. Let me have a little bit more water. I don't know what time it is. 11:30. Okay. 2 electricity poles are built standing parallel to each other, as shown below. The measure of angle 1 is 85 degrees. What is the following statement? Which of the following statements correctly identifies and explains the measure of angle 2? Well, I want you to look right here. This, let me go a little bit bigger with the line. Okay, this pole right here and this pole right here are parallel, yes? And they are cut by a transversal right here. So what happens is, I can tell you right now, angle 1 looks like angle 2. You know why? Because they are. These two angles are congruent. Okay, so we know that angle 2 is going to be the same as angle 1, and it says that angle 1, hold on, let's go back here, let's go smaller again. Okay, it says angle 1 right here is 85 degrees. 85, come on, 85 degrees. Well, if that's 85, then that's 85 as well. Okay, 85 degrees. Okay, so let's go look and see what they say. The measure of angle 2 is 85 because angle 1 and angle 2 are corresponding angles. They are, because they're cut. If you cut them like right here, angle 1 and angle 2 are corresponding. They are corresponding. Okay, they are. All right. So this one's a yes. So take it. This one's a yes. Okay. All right. And number 2, or the second one, the measure of angle 2 is 85 because angle 1 and angle 2 are alternate exterior angles. No, they're not alternate exterior angles. They are corresponding. So that is out. Measure 2 is 95 because angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary angles. No, they are not complementary angles. They are corresponding angles. So that is out. Doesn't work. Measure of angle 2 is 95 because angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary angles. No, they're corresponding. So that is it. So the answer is just the first one right there. All right, we're almost there. We got like 3 problems left. We're making our way. Number 18, I love this stuff. Shelf is built on a wall as shown. What is the value of X? Well, I want you to look. You got 3 angles, right? This one obviously is 90 degrees, yes? And then we just got to find the rest. And how many degrees are on the inside of a triangle? We know 180 degrees is on the inside total. We know it's going to be all equal 180. All right? So let's just add everything together. So I've got X plus, I'm going to write it down right here. X plus 25. And I'm going to line up the, plus 2X minus 10 plus the 90. Okay? All right, well, the x's go together, right? This x and this x go together. That gives me 3x. We're going to get rid of this in a second. 25 and minus 10 will go together, plus the 90. 25 minus 10 is 15, plus 90 is 105. So I get 105 degrees. All right, so this goes right here. This right here, people, is going to go right up here. And we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Not too big. Right there. And then we're going to move it over. Give me some room here. Okay. I love technology. All right. This I can get rid of and out of the way. Bye-bye. Now, solve for X. Okay. So, here we go. Scale line. I'm going to subtract 105 and subtract 105. That's going to give me 75. That's 0. That gives me 3X equals 75. Divide by 3, step line, this becomes one whole. I get X equals 25. 75 cut into 3 parts. Think of how many quarters is 75 cents. That's 3 quarters. So it's 3 quarters. So X is 25 right here, 25. We got 2 left. Going to number 19. The pattern on a rug made of hexagons, that's 6 sides, 6, as shown below. What is the value of X? Okay, so you got a bunch of hexagons, but we really only need to look at, just this one hexagon. We don't need the rest. We don't need the other hexagons, so let's just forget about those. All right, we know that what's the inside of the hexagon, right? Well, here's what we do. 6 minus 2, it's always minus 2. Because if I cut the thing, 1, 2, 3, that's all I can do. I've made 4 triangles, and every triangle has a 180 degrees. So that gives me 4 times 180. 4 times 180 is 720. All right, so I know that the inside of this beautiful hexagon is 720 degrees, okay? So we can add everything up and then set it equal to 720 degrees and find out what x is, okay? All right, so here we go. I'm going to add all the angles. X and x, that makes 2x, plus 140, 140, 140, 140, okay? Well, 140 times 3. Take it times your calculator. 140 times 4, sorry. 560. So these together make 560. So I'm going to write that down, 560. And the whole thing equals 720. All right, so let's solve for x. Here we go. Scale line, I'm going to subtract 560 and subtract 560. Step line, this gives me 0. And I get 2x equals 720 minus 560. So minus, what do you get? 160. I used my calculator just like you can. Divide by 2. No, I want to use red. Divide by 2 now and divide by 2. Cut 160 in half. That should give you 80. So x equals 80 degrees, and that should be your answer. Yes, it is. Last one. That was number 19. And now we're on to number 20. So the answer for this one was 80. All right, last question. This one, we're going to have to draw a picture, okay? Got plenty of room here, so let's do this. You have a 7-foot tall stop sign that creates a shadow of 2 feet long. At the same time, a utility pole creates a shadow of 11 feet long. How tall in feet is the utility pole? All right, so this is kind of the trickiest one of the whole practice test, okay? All right, I'm going to draw a sign, stop sign. It's got to have 8. It's an octagon, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 8. Stop sign. And I know, of course, it should say stop inside of it. So I'm going to write stop. There we go. All right. And the sign goes down, right? Okay. Now, the sign itself is 7 feet tall. So I'm just going to write 7 feet. Okay. And it makes a shadow. I'm going to do the shadow in gray. Gray shadow. Only the shadow lurks. Okay. And the shadow is 2 feet long. Right here, 2 feet. So I'm going to write that down. Hold on. Not that one. No, that one. Just a second. Okay. This is 2 feet. All right. Now, utility pole. Now, I forgot. You got to imagine that the sun's right here, right? There's your happy face sun. Yay, Mr. Sun, sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. All right. And then the utility pole creates a shadow that is 11 feet long. So we know the utility pole is very tall. It's right here. Let's do a pole right there. Utility pole. Okay. Whoa, I started at the wrong spot. There we go. Anyway, and it makes a gray shadow of 11 feet. All right, we don't know how tall the pole is. That's what we're trying to find. But I want you to see something. You have a 90-degree angle here. You have a 90-degree angle here. And the sun is making, I'm going to go a little bit bigger here. The sun is making the same angle from here as it is making it to there. Okay, same angle because the sun's in the same spot. Okay, so what we need to do is figure out how do we go from 2. So really what we're having to figure out is how do I go from 2 to 11? And I'll do the same thing to the 7. So what times 2 makes 11? Well, let's go opposite. What's 11? What's 11 divided by 2? Okay, 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. Okay, 5.5. So that's our number. We multiply by 5. Come on, 5.5. Okay. Well, if we do that for the 2 feet side, it should work if we do it for the 7 feet side. So let's take 7 times 5.5 and see what we get. Okay, I'm going to use my calculator. 7 times 5.5, 38.5. 38.5, and that is correct. That is the right answer. 38.5 feet tall. And that is my final answer. Thank you guys for sticking around and being patient. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you write all this work down on your practice test because you can use your practice test on the test on Monday. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.